started his fight right from your mother's womb. This is what your mother did not tell you, or this is what we don't want to tell you. Because in Revelation chapter 12, verse 13 to 16, Revelation chapter 12, verse 13 to 16, you will understand that the woman who was carrying the child, Revelation 12, and when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman. Look at that. Which brought forth the man child. He persecuted. Look at verse 14. He pursued the woman. Even the woman began to fly. And to the woman were given 2 wings of great eagles. Look up. That she might fly into the wilderness, into a place where she is nourished for a time and half a time from the face of the serpent. The battle begin when you were in your mother's womb. Satan has been fighting you since, not today. It shall overflow with wine and oil. God's agenda for his church is overflow. Say with me, overflow. I can't hear you. Overflow. Shout it like you mean it. Overflow. That is God's plan for us. God's plans is not to live underflow, is to live overflow. Till you want no more, till you are filled to the brim. I see God giving you such a encounter this morning and this year in the name of Jesus. Amen. But you need to understand that every provision in the kingdom is made available to you on demand. Write it down. It's made available to you on demand. It's made available to you on demand. Say, I will demand for my overflow. Somebody shout it like you mean it. So God's will, God's provision guarantees your blessings, but there must be a demand for it. Studio, there must be a demand for it. Nothing is permitted to come your way until there is a demand. And until you demand enough, you can't get it. So it's there in his will. He said, I wish above all things, I wish for you above all things, that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospered. 1 John chapter 1 verse 3. God's will is for you to prosper. And God will not force prosperity on any man, just like he did not force salvation on you. God will not force anything on you. This is 3 John, 3 John chapter 1 verse 3. You need to understand what he has for you. And I pray for you that which God has said concerning your life shall begin to manifest. Amen. Psalm 23 verse 5 says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. A man get into that will and was reading the will of his father to us. So it has to come via your demand. Hello? Talk to me, church. Amen. I can hear you. Amen. Please be at alert. Be alive in church. You know why God wants you to demand? From the day he gave Adam Eve, and Eve made him to sin. Eve made him to go against God's instruction. And when God came into the garden, he said, Adam, where are you? He said, I heard your voice. And I was afraid because I was naked. So God said, who told you you are naked? He said, no, the woman you gave me. I think I've told you that enough. The woman. So God said, because Adam never asked for Eve. Adam never demanded for Eve. There has not been any day Adam prayed in the garden. Everything was available. He needed no faith. He needed no God. No holiness. He needed nothing. No precaution. No condition is applied. He's just enjoying life to the fullest. Until God gave him something he did not demand for. From that day, God said, okay, now, whatever man needs must be demanded for. He shut him out of the garden and put 2 angels there. Even in that garden, that is where we are taking everything we are enjoying, but we are still making demand. Knowledge is powerful. So in your quest for an overflowing life, you don't want to live your life and you get to heaven and God said you will have owned this, you will have owned that, you will have been this, you will have been that, and you are regretting that I have the capacity to become this, but I cannot, because you did not demand for it. Amen. Come on, talk to me. Amen. Is it the BVF bank or whatever bank in Limpopo that is running? Is it BVF? VBS Bank, the pensioner money in the bank. It was lying down and some people were enjoying it until some people said, hey, where's our money? Nobody knew there was a scandal or there was something going on in the previous government until now. Then everybody says, oh, so you guys have been enjoying our money. You need to make demand for your overflow. If you are ready, say, I'm ready. So it takes violence, write it down, to take your portion in the will by force. That is one truth you cannot erase in life. Matthew 11 verse 12. Matthew 11 verse 12. Studio, be with me. It takes violence to take your portion by force. Not just violence, you need to take it by force. God's will for you is not to live in lack. You are not even supposed to live in enough. Enough for the month, enough for the week. No. God wants you to have petrol in your car and it's spilling out. And people were calling you that, hey, your tank is leaking. He said, no, it's not leaking, it's overflow. Hello? There was a man in my country, they prayed for him and said, he was attending a launch somewhere. And somebody, he launched a book with 25 million. And when the program director was appreciating him, he said, sir, we are so shocked that you can give this little, this much for just a book. Oh, he now prayed a prayer. He said, sir, where you took that from, may you not run dry. Everybody say amen. When the man was giving his closing remark as the chairman of the day, he said, sir, don't pray that prayer. He said, even tell the demons that want to take my money to come. He will come inside and the money will shoot him to death. He said, I've not even touched money. I'm just spending what is feeling. I've not touched anything. I'm still touching what is feeling. That was the last day the man was called rich. The witches in Nigeria had it and they went into meeting. They had his money. This man have private jet everywhere. He even have airlines. Today, he's no longer. You can't even see his child and say he's a son of that man. the luck is destiny. He thought, you see all this your beauty, go to Nigeria. You thought you were beautiful. One day you just wake up. You that you are yellow bone, you are blue bone. They will change your color overnight. Amen. That is what I'm saying. But that God desire, you should not just have enough, but more than enough. Say I hear. So battle for the overflowing life, write it down, is a battle for significance. It's a battle for relevance. It's a battle for abundance. You are battling to be significant in life. I said to you last Sunday that battle for the overflow is battle for prosperity, is battle for an overflowing life. Significant. That is, you are too loaded to be stranded. You are too loaded to be ignored. That is what we are talking about. They call family meeting and they said, we have agreed and we have concluded, your opinion notwithstanding. You need to ask God, what kind of life are you living? One woman came to church one day and wanted to give testimony, and I asked people to let her give testimony. He said, "Praise the Lord." Instead of saying praise the Lord, he's an illiterate woman. He said, "Praise the Lord." Everybody say hallelujah. Look at this. He said, "Last week my brothers called me and said, our father died and they have buried him, and that I should not come to the village. They don't want to bother me because they know I don't have anything." I said, "That's not a testimony. That's a shame." They know you don't have anything to contribute. That's why they say don't, because when you come, we still need to give you money for transport to go. So don't bother to come. Your father, we have buried him. Listen, God wants you to be the decision maker in that family. Amen. It does not matter the number you are, even if you are the last one or no number. Some of you don't even know the number you are. Maybe you are 42 or 32. He wants you to be the decision. Joseph was number 11, yet he was the decision maker. Bring my father, they come. Bring this, they come. They run, they bow to him. I see God bringing you into the overflow. Amen. But you need to understand that there are powers assigned to limit men in order for them not to come into their overflow. And we saw that the children of Israel got to the border to Canaan. In Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 3 to 6. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 3 to 6. The journey that would have taken them 11 days, it took them 40 years. Because there was a resistance. There was a what? Resistance. There was a resistance. They were turned back. And when they were turned back, come on now, it could no longer happen for them. They could not get into the overflow. The journey of 11 days became the journey of 40 years. In what ratio do you want to call that? Painful journey. Why? Because something resisted them. And in verse 6, Moses said, "You have dwelt long enough on this mountain. Take your journey." In Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 24. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 24. He said, "Listen, I have given to you the land. Rise up, take your journey." Hello? How shall I do that? "Pass over the river Arnon. Behold, I have given into thy hands." You are not with me. Look up. "The Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land, begin to possess it and contend with him in battle." There is a need for contention. I have given it, take it and contend. How can you say you give me and you say I have to contend? Your marriage is released, but you need to contend with it. You need to contend with the contenders of your financial fortune. God, I think there is something God is not looking here. He said, I have given the king the land. Everything is in your hand. Begin to possess it. I think you should just stop there. Talk to me. Begin to what? How can you say I should possess? Are you not God? Let me go and possess now. Say no, it does not stop there. You need to possess by contending with him in battle. Because you are talking about kings. Kings. Without a kingdom, there is no king. You didn't hear that? So you are not just fighting, you are fighting kings. So you need to learn how to contend for your overflow. Say I hear. So Israel turned back. They didn't know that their destiny was attached to a life of warfare. Why? How do I know that? How do I know that? Look at me. Jacob ran from Esau and he was coming back. He knew that Esau is waiting for him to kill him. At Bethel, he slept and he had a dream. In that dream, he saw angels. Hello? And when he saw that angel, he refused to let the angel go. He said, I will not let it go unless you bless me. Did you hear that? Amen. Forget about leaving this spot if you don't release my blessing. That was the genesis of Israel. They fought from night till morning. Hello? Talk to me. So when they heard the angel said, what is your name? He said, my name is Jacob. He said, your names are no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. That was the first time Israel was mentioned. So Israel came at the altar of warfare. Till death, till tomorrow, till forever, Israel have not rested from battles. You didn't hear that? The nation called Israel is still fighting. Why? Because they came on the platform of war. That's what you need to understand. Forget about coming to church. You need to understand on what platform did you come to this world. And I think I've taught over and over, which I'm going to wrap up today, and then we'll move to something else. Since that day, Israel has never known peace. In fact, the Bible says, pray for the peace of Israel. They that love it shall prosper. Why? Because Jacob prayed for 7 hours. If you started 10 p.m. and finish dawn of the day, then say 5 a.m. That's a patriarch. God is God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. A patriarch. Yet he could not get one blessing. Just like that. He fought angels. You are not paid, not even track. You are not, your father, great-grandfather, they are idol worshippers. Your father is the head of all the Sangoma in the village. Yet you can't pray 7 hours. 7 minutes is too much. 7 minutes is too long. You need to understand the platform to which they came was warfare. Say with me, warfare. I can't hear you. So you need to understand that. If you have that understanding, then some things can be settled. God is not only interested, write it down, in blessing you, He is committed to bless you. You can be interested and not show it. God is not only interested, but also He is committed. Committedly committed in blessing. In Genesis 22 verse 17, Genesis 22 verse 17 says, in blessing to Abraham, I will bless you. In multiplying, I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven and as the sand at the seashore. Say with me, overflow. You can't count those stars. You can't count the sand at the sea. You can't even count the one in your hands. You can't count it. So that's how I will make your children. And that's how it is today. Thy seed. He said, I will, as the stars of the heavens and as the sand which is upon the seashore. He's not just interested, he's committed. In blessing. Abraham, I will bless you. That's God. So if the reverse is the case, then you and I, we have questions to answer. You need to press more and contend. You see, this is the language the church is missing out. Look at me. I cannot contend for you, just as I cannot eat for you. Do you hear that? Talk to me. Hello? I cannot what? I cannot contend for you, just as I cannot eat on your behalf. The best you can do is for you to be able to activate the weapons in your hands. That's my assignment. But your contention is absolutely your responsibility. Begin to contend with him in battle. He didn't say your prophet will contend on your behalf. My assignment, my oversight assignment over your life is to help you understand the weapon in the battles of life. So why do I need to fight for what is mine? I'll show you why, and then we'll move. Psalm 74 verse 20. He said, have respect unto the covenant, for the dark places of this earth are habitation of cruelty. Why do I need to fight? You need to fight, listen to this, because you are in a battlefield, not a playing ground. The identity of this earth is wickedness. Say with me, wickedness. Wickedness. I can't hear you. Wickedness. I can't hear you. Wickedness. Shout it like you mean it. Wickedness. Another word for cruelty is wicked. If you say somebody is cruel, you are saying that person is what? Is wicked. It's the habitation of cruelty. This is a world we live in, unfortunately. This is a world we find ourselves in. Hello? The battles of life is at your disposal as long as you live in this world. You are not with me? As long as you live in this world, you are to contend with him in battle. Talk to me. Somebody is not with me. If you are with me, say I'm with you. I'm with you. You are to contend with him in battle. So what are we saying? The world we live in, look up, look at me. The world we live in is the habitation of cruelty. Habitation of wickedness. So have respect unto the covenant. What does that mean? In Hebrew word, respect means, write it down, Nabat or Nabat is one of the name of a bird called bat. Nabat, which means to scan. It means to regard. It means to consider. It means to have respect. You know why your life is like this? You have nothing to scan. You don't consider anything. You just thought life is we live and we die. No, that's not life. Are you listening to me? Amen. That's not life. Something to respect, something to scan, something to suspect. Aduzo olekia dabali zizu. Whatever is going wrong with your destiny today, there shall be deliverance. Amen. Shout a bigger amen. Let me hear you. Amen. I said there shall be deliverance. Amen. Have respect unto the covenant. For the dark places of the earth. So there is a place called dark places. Say with me, dark places. Dark places. Of the earth is the habitation of great. Somebody is not with me. Listen, this is not a service to look around. It's a service to focus. Because there is something I'm dropping in your spirit as you are looking. So if you are busy with something else, that is what will enter your spirit, not the word. He said, your word I did find and I eat them. And the word came to me on the Spirit of the Lord on the last day and made me to stand. It is the word you are listening to. So focus. Many today, I said it on Wednesday, are too sleepy to the happenings around them. Too sleepy. Too sleepy. Whatever will be, will be. Nothing is pushing them. Nothing is pressuring them. Maybe that job is not mine, that's why. Maybe this is not. Maybe marriage is not mine. Maybe this, maybe life will go on anyway. Even you will see the way they walk. So hopeless with life. So ignorant with happenings around them. They can tell you what is going on television, but they can't tell you what is on their destiny. From Monday to Monday, they can tell you all the programs on DSTV. That's it. But sleep about the happenings in their lives. You know why somebody will send you a text on a Sunday morning knowing that you are in church? You want to test if that God you say you are serving is truly important to you. And when they see you online, they know that this one is just wasting his time. He said it's in church, but it's online. Online. We saw Victor online. Go and sit down. Look at the 1 Kings chapter 3. Look at me, verse 16 to 21. 2 allot. One gave birth 3 days, the other one gave birth. Same. Pause. You see that? Talk to me. 1 Kings chapter 3 from verse 16. And fortunately enough, they both slept on the same bed with their children. And then slept and killed a child. But in the night, he took a dead child and exchanged it. But when that woman woke up, number one, she discovered that I did not. If allot, a prostitute, can be wise. People in church who are carrying Bible, who are speaking in tongues, they are very foolish. Allot. Hello? He said, no, this is not my child. Look at verse 18. He said, and there was no stranger in the house with us. She scanned it, she respect, she considered, she suspect. No, there was nobody else except this woman. So this is not my child. They drag it to the king. If that woman did not react immediately, she only reacted on the day of the burial. I said, no, let me see the coffin very well. She wouldn't have been able to succeed. Immediately, when this woman touched Jesus, the woman with the issue of blood, Jesus said, stop! Somebody touch me. That is it. He did not wait for another day. He did not wait for another month. He did not wait for another year. Somebody touch me. Peter said, hey. How can you say somebody? We've all been touching you. And let me tell you this. That is why you need to be careful. Who are those around you? Because I will show you something. The more the crowd, the more the cloud. Write it down. Cloud your destiny. When your destiny is crowded, it will be clouded. A man that makes it in life have few friends. A woman that makes it in life have few friends. Everybody that passes you is a friend. I tell you, you are a failure. Waiting to happen. He said, there was no stranger in the house with us. And listen to this. He said, somebody touched me. And Peter said, we've not been touching you. But Jesus, you are fine. You know, some people can look at you and say, you are fine, sir. Everything is okay. But no, I knew when I came to this meeting, somebody took something from me. A woman touched me and took away my virtue. Many of us just say, you know, we are all adults. Just when you were still in those quickie ones, you do quick checks, quick touch. That guy you met, you slept together. But you did not consider that after that act, your way is blocked. You didn't. You thought it's just for fun. But now you are in a church, you are praying. You didn't know something has been taken 10 years ago. Gone. In fact, Fedile finished. They took it and it's gone, finished. But Jesus didn't wait for another day. Right there! Said, stop! Peter said, people are still waiting to be healed. He said, I cannot heal anybody because what I need to heal them with has been taken. Who touched me? The woman was afraid. He ran. What? Listen to me. I said to you, if that woman came for a good purpose, will he be afraid? No. He came to steal something. Don't forget that it was a man who slept with her and her blood never ceased flowing. He said, no, I will also pass this thing to a man. He came to pass it to Jesus and in turn to healing for her. She would not have run away. Somebody touch me. That is why you need to have respect on the happenings around you. You need to be awake. You need to consider. Listen to me, write it down. It is right to suspect. It is what? It's never a crime. It is right to suspect. Suspect anybody around you. That's why I don't keep too much people around you. I know you won't write it. And tomorrow you'll be crying. I will ask you, did you remember my statement? A man went for an interview. And when he came back, he was so disappointed. The wife said, Obi, welcome. How was the interview? He was shocked. But I didn't tell this woman I'm going for an interview. Who do not leave the house, but their eyes is going with you. Elisha never left his chamber, but he went with Gehazi. When Gehazi came back, he said, did my eyes not go with you? Hello? Did you not take something from Naaman? He said, no, okay, let the leprosy of Naaman. He did not stand up from his house. He was there in the chamber. But he said, did not my eyes go with you? That are forces that did not live where they are, but they are with you. But your problem is that you don't suspect. You are too sleepy. Samson never knew the sleep he slept would be the last he will sleep on the lap of Delilah. You are too sleepy. And everything was stolen from you. You are now empty. That's why you make noise too much. Empty barrel. You have been empty. This one come, take his own. That one come, took his own. Take. Everybody is taking. Now you are empty. A lady said to a guy, you know what? I'm just in this relationship for... He said, no, I will not break my heart. He said, no, don't say you won't break my heart, because I don't even have a heart anymore. All the men have come, they've broken my heart. I asked, why did you have to wait until they break everything? Now people are going to a relationship with the photocopy heart. They leave the original at home and they go with the photocopy one. So if you break that one, is the original is at home. All kinds of things we see. Hello? Suspect! I was in a program, and as I wanted to enter the car, a woman ran from nowhere, pushed everybody. The protocol were pushing her away. He said, man of God, help me, help me, help me, help me. Whatever you were telling us, you are talking about me. And they said, no, sir, don't mind that, don't mind. As they wanted to force me into the car, I said, no, let me listen to her story. As I dropped back, I saw her. He said, I've got 5 sons and 4 have been killed. Even the 5th one is in the hospital between life and death. I need your help, man of God. You know what the Holy Spirit said to me to tell her? I said, man, what were you looking at till they killed the 4? Suspect! This is not me. You need to understand. This is not my child. This is not what? I can't hear you. This is not my what? My child. She knew. And she said, there was no stranger in the house with us. Only 2 of us. On one of my trips, one man came as people come for prayers. He came. He says, everything you were talking about, you're talking about me. I said, what is it? He said, I went to the US. On my going, you boarded the plane, Virgin. When they almost when they were about to land, he could not find one pair of his shoe. Very strange. They look everywhere. He could not find the shoe. So he said to himself, I've got shoes in the bag. I will change. He didn't know because that's his first time. Before you get to where your your bags are, you have to pass through immigration. So he was coming like this. So when the immigration saw him, he said, you coming to where? Are you a terrorist? Where is your shoe? That was how they sent him back. Going to America for a Nigerian is one of the best things that can ever happen for him. He was sent back. Deported. Look at this. Look at this. Out of everybody knew he's going to the US and now he's back. Out of shame, he said, let me go to the village and spend some days there before I come back. He did not tell his mother he's traveling to America. On getting to the house, the mother said, my son, welcome home. Is Lagos, is everything? He said, no, Mama, everything is fine. And then, how was your trip? We have told you that anytime you want to go anywhere, be telling us. Tell us. He said, no, Mama, I didn't go anywhere. He said, are you sure you didn't go anywhere? He said, no, I didn't go anywhere. He said, hope you didn't lose anything. You didn't lose anything. He said, no, Mama, I didn't lose. He said, okay, look behind the door there and bring me some broom. I want to sweep. You said you didn't lose anything. By the time the guy go through the back of the door, the shoe was there. He screamed. He said, we told you to be telling us anytime you are going anywhere. There are forces that does not want you to rise in life. Don't blame them. Suspect. When you suspect people around you, you can succeed. That's the only time. Suspect your husband. Suspect your wife. Suspect your children. Suspect your parent. Suspect your friends. Listen, the secret of life is this. Don't tell anybody what you don't want anybody to hear. Because somebody will also say, please don't tell anybody. And that one too will say, please. We told you that anytime you want to travel, tell us. Beloved, your season has come. Amen. Tell us, because we determine if you will succeed or not. Some of you thought, if you don't suspect, you know what? It will help your understanding. It will help you to know where and what to do, who to speak to, who not to speak to. Huh? You lost a shoe in America. When getting to village, you found the shoe. He said, sir, I can never forget that guy. He asked for my number. I said, I can't give you my number. Your matter need 21 mountains. Just go and be praying about it, because this one is beyond God. You need mercy. Hello. Respect the covenant. For the dark places of the earth is the habitation of cruelty. Keeping too many people around you is destroying you. So know who you keep around. Your circle of friends. I know a man that will succeed when I see the top 10 people around him. How many? How many? The top 10 people around your life. Who is the first person you discuss your life with? Suspect relationship. If you propose to a lady and that day you lost your job, I suspect to a point that I even suspect my barber. If you barb me and there was no seed, nobody give me money, I won't come to your barbing salon again. Suspect your stylist, suspect your tailor. Are you getting what I'm saying? Amen. Mercy will speak for you. Amen. You know, the work of a prophet is to open your eyes to things around you so that you can be conscious. So when the devil wants to destroy you, it will make you to be suspecting the wrong person. It will make you to suspect the wrong person. So that is what Israel did not. They thought we are to go back, we will go and take the other side. They didn't know that that journey of 11 days will never be 11 days when they go back. It was 40 years. Are you getting it? Amen. So one of the things you need to scan through your life is that what were you dedicated to? Write it down. That's the first thing to investigate thoroughly if you must win in the battle for the overflow. Jesus said, go to the village. At the junction, you will see a colt that is tied. Loose the colt and bring him. He has a mandate overflow, but he's died in the village. Jesus needed to ride on this donkey into Jerusalem, but yet he was tied. And Jesus said to those two guys, he said, listen, as you are untying him, they will came and people will come to you and say, hey, what do you do? He said, tell them the Lord have need of him. Go through that scripture. He never used it. He was using him. Meaning that that donkey is not an animal. It's a human being. Many destiny have been dedicated in the wrong place. And they are praying for blessing. So my sermon this morning is to break the power of evil dedication over your life. Amen. Are you ready for that? Amen. Lose it and break him here. So that he can fulfill destiny. But you must be first be loosed. See, I hear. If that donkey have been there for years and he'll be praying for blessing, he cannot get it in that village. He was not meant to be there. His destiny has no business doing whatever he's doing, but they tied him. Anything that is tied to you or you are tied to it, today there shall be deliverance. Amen. I can't hear your loud amen. Amen. That amen can be better. Amen. Wherever you have been dedicated to, came as a prophet to lose you today. I said, I lose you today. Amen. And you shall be let go. Amen. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Many from the day one they were conceived. In fact, some before they were conceived, they've been dedicated to something. Dedicated to. Given to. Sold out to. No matter the prayer you pray, ownership is important, sir. Who owns your life? People find themselves in low position. They know that this is not me, yet they could not do anything against it. Why? Because dedication is in place. I told you, I've been running this series. Last Sunday I told you about, in Mark chapter 9, verse 17 to 21, they brought a child and they could not cast out the devil. And Jesus said, what? When did this happen? He said, of a child, when he was still a child. The adults that are struggling today were once a child yesterday. So to tackle the battle of the adult today, go to the childhood. As we go further this morning, some have been dedicated 8 days after they were given birth. 8 days. Where did your mother took you when you came? Or they did not take you anywhere? Some of you, they took you to a Catholic church and they say they baptized you. You are meant to be a sister. You are meant to be a father. Father William. Father Janky. Father Charles. Meaning that you must not see the nakedness of a woman. Sister. Meaning that you must not see, a man must not touch you, but in this pictorial alone we can count how many. Sister. You have been dedicated, baptized. How many of you understand what I'm talking about? You've been baptized. Let me see your hand. You are baptized. Wow. So, you were not baptized. Let me see your hands. You were not taken anywhere. So your mother took you somewhere. True or false? True. I can't hear you. True. I can't hear you. True. She took you somewhere, right? Or you don't know? No idea. You as parents, you took your child somewhere. Eh? So your parents also took you somewhere. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 11. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 11. Anna was in Shiloh. And she has been praying. Lord, bless me. Listen to this. Before the child was conceived, he said, give me, and I will give unto you all the days of his life. And there shall no razor come. Who did you consult, woman? Give me my child, and I will give him back to you. Listen to this. Dedication is the reason why you prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. You fasted and fasted and fasted. All the mountains in town, they know you. In fact, angels are tired. Why? Because you have been dedicated. So to start with, you must be dedicated. That is the assignment today. I came with the oil of God. Today, destiny will change hands in your life. Amen. I said, destiny will change hands in your life. What I've been on for years is what we are dealing with. So this is not a service to be lukewarm, or you are just looking as if the whole world is on your head. Get up, wake up, and be violent in your spirit. Amen. What does it mean to dedicate? Write it down. It means to devote. It means to devote something to a spirit being. And when that devotion is done, write it down, studio, it is done through traditional rite and rituals. There is a traditional rite in place. Sometimes there is cookings and feeding. Studio, you are not with me. Are you with me? What does it mean to dedicate? Right. Number 2, it means to inscribe or address. That's what it means. To inscribe or address. That's what it means to dedicate. Something to something, somebody to somebody. You inscribe it. Hello? When you buy a new bag for your child to go to school, you write his name and your phone number on it, isn't it? Talk to me. You inscribe it. When you buy some item for a child in school, you inscribe the name of the child, isn't it? On the item. Dedication is to set apart, write it down, for a definite purpose. Don't forget that. Set apart. Set apart. If you have been set apart for demons, for Sangoma worship, ancestor worship, and you are in church speaking in tongues, you see, you are the genesis of your problem. Because you are doing against your dedication. Listen to this, write it down. To dedicate means to consecrate, to ordain and enshrine. I love that. To ordain. So when a man or a woman is ordained, you don't start addressing them anyhow. Why? Because they've been ordained to serve. Are you getting it? So when you are ordained as a pastor, when you are ordained as an evangelist, when you are ordained as a minister, when you are ordained as a prophet or a prophetess, when you are ordained as a bishop, that's why we don't ordain people without their family present. So that they know that it's no longer your child, you know. To devote something to something. Enshrine. Come on. Where have you been devoted to? You need to suspect. That's why it's like nothing is happening for you. You are praying. When I go out, listen, when I go preach, when I go minister, I hear pastors saying, your members are fortunate. You are a compendium of knowledge, an anointed, a general to this generation. But when I come home, I hear you complain. I say, it doesn't, what I had outside and what I'm hearing with you, it doesn't correlate. Who is 40 here? Is it me or you? So I begin to suspect you too. As you are suspecting me, I'm suspecting you. What does it mean to dedicate? It means to devote, don't forget. It means what? To set apart. It means to enshrine. There's a power, listen to this, that eats up blessing like sweet. There's a power that demotes men. There's a power that limits overflow. There's a power that turns winners to losers overnight. There's a power that make giants to become dwarfs. Listen to me. There's a power that encourage discouragement, that swallow breakthroughs, that frustrate destiny. And that power is the power of evil dedication. What do I call it? Shout evil dedication.
Evil dedication.
If you have been wrongly dedicated or inscribed, enshrine in a wrong place, nothing good can come. If your name is Ifayemi, you know what is called Ifayemi? In my mother tongue, meaning that the oracle has honored me. The ancestors has blessed me. Some of you, your name glorifies Satan. Your name glorifies devils. Your name glorifies ancestor worship. Can God write such a name in the book of life? That is why a wrong foundation cannot carry a right building. And you and I believe that our father did not serve the true God. So where did he get the name they gave us? So the power that demotes great men, the power that scatters people's journey, is the power of dedication. I stand to be corrected. The first thing that is wrong in a man's life is when were you dedicated to who you were dedicated to who you belong. To who you belong. Forget about your suit. Forget about your iPhone 10 or 11. They don't use that in the shrine. Don't let that deceive you. What is your Brazilian, China, South Africa air? Should not deceive you. So look up. If Samuel had dreamt to be the best footballer, what do you think will have happened? If Samuel had dreamt to be the best neurosurgeon and is carrying stethoscope, if Samuel had decided to be a professor in engineering, if Samuel had decided to be the best footballer, if Samuel had decided to be the best academician, do you know that he would have failed? Why? The mother already, before the man and the woman slept, at the altar of prayer, I give it to you. Look at verse 24. And Anna brought Samuel forever to live in Shiloh. And there he died. That is what, listen, the spiritual law for dedication is 2: oil and offering. It didn't come alone. Look at And when she has weighed him, she took him up with her with 3 bullocks. Hello? And 1 ephah of flour and a bottle of wine, and brought him unto the house of the Lord in Shiloh. And the child was young. This is the evidence of the prayer I prayed, man of God, many years, last year. This is the child I prayed unto God. If you read it downwards, you will see. Anytime we ask you to give, you thought we are just scamming you or taking your money. You were dedicated. They took food, they took wine, they took money, they took bullocks. Yet you are stingy, scrungy, and selfish to your destiny. To seal up a dedication, there must be offering and oil. So if you need to rededicate yourself, there's a process for it. Anna handed back Samuel to God. Where did your mother hand you back to? Because Anna only knows God. Who did your mother knows? Will tell us. Your mother knows the God of alcohol. Your mother knows the God of snuff, taba. What do you call it here? Yeah, that's what your mother knows. So he dedicated you to it. And that's why sometimes you feel like snuffing something. You say, blood of Jesus. I see deliverance in this house this morning. Amen. Look at 1 Chronicles chapter 18, verse 11. Quick. My time is fast spent. 1 Chronicles 18, verse 11. David dedicated materials, elements, vessels. So he's not just a human being that can be dedicated, even things. Then also King David dedicated unto the Lord with the silver and the gold that he brought from all these nations, from Edom and from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek. Look up. In the book of Daniel, one of the kings went and be drinking with those vessels that was dedicated to the Lord, and the Lord came down and killed him. Scriptures are there. You don't touch what is dedicated to. One guy came here one day, was a member of the church, and he came back, and in Nigeria, he was in Nigeria. In Nigeria, after 8 days, we threw a party. And in this country, in town, especially in Victoria, there was no place to rent chairs. So he said, since I'm doing the celebration at home, sir, can we take some chairs home? I said, not these chairs. They are dedicated to the Lord. And he was angry. He said, how can I be in the church and when I have something you can? I said, hey, the church chair where we are serving God here, and you will go take it to your flat and people will be drinking on it and they'll be dancing. Another girlfriend will sit, another boyfriend's lap on my chair, not in my watch. My friend, take money and go and rent chairs anywhere. He was angry, he left the church with his family. I don't care. Dedicated. He dedicated everything he brought to the Lord. And you know that anything you give to God, He's able to keep it perfectly. Perfectly. The day my mother told me, if you try to do something else apart from this, forget it. You will die. Hello? Forget it. Except you are not dedicated. If you are not dedicated, listen, your problem is double. You know why? Anything claim ownership of you. Anything. Because in the realm of the spirit, there is no diplomacy. There is no what? There is no diplomacy. You can't sit on the fence. Let me give you 5 things quickly and then we'll close. Number 1, you are the property of what you are dedicated to. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You are the property. You become the sole property of what you are dedicated to. So you need to understand that. That's why you need to learn how to rededicate yourself. It is possible. You can rededicate yourself today. You can give it all to Jesus today. I surrender all. I surrender. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender. I give my life away so you can. That is rededicate. You are the property. Number 2, listen to this. Write this down. Write this down before I give you number 2. Write this down. Dedication means to be sold out to something. Sold out. If you are not sold out to God, outright sales. When God called me, he said, the hour has come to buy back, redeem lives, reposition destiny, and restore the hope. The hour has come for my people to be redeemed. To redeem means to buy back. Read means do it again. Read. Hello? Redeem. The honor, dim, that is gone. Redeem. The position they missed, they took from them, reposition them back so that they can be restored. Shout, I refuse.
I refuse
to be sold. Shout, my life is not for sale. Shout, I buy back my destiny by the power in the blood of Jesus. Shout, I buy back my destiny by the power in the blood of Jesus. Shout, my destiny is not for sale. Wherever they sold you to, I enter there. I said, I enter there.
Amen.
And I bring you back.
Amen.
I enter there. Amen. And I bring you back. Amen. Give me 5 more minutes and I'll be done. Number 2, whether the dedicator is alive or not, the dedication still stands. Write it down quickly. He's still binding, nothing changes. Whether he is alive or not, the one that dedicated you, even if he's no longer alive on this earth, the dedication is still binding. Number 3, don't forget, you are married to any power you are dedicated to. And those powers ensure that the contract is not broken. The more you pray, the more they stand against it. Don't forget, before you marry that woman, somebody brought him to church. That is dedication. And the priest will ask, who brought this woman to be joined with this man? That is the dedicator. Have you seen a bride who come to church by herself? Say, leave me alone. It's my day. They say, no. Papa needs to walk you in. I asked, why not the mother? Why not the mother? Who should walk in with the woman? That's a topic for another day. Listen to this. You are married You are what? What is marriage? Write it down. Marriage is living and cleaving. Living and what? What is marriage? Living and what? Hello? Listen, can I be honest with you guys? Guys, women don't go for handsome guy. They go for a guy that has something in his hands. No more handsomeness. No finance, no romance. Did you hear that? They are looking at me as if they are saints. They don't go for a guy who is handsome and have nothing in his hands. They go for a man who has something in his hands. That's their definition of a man that is handsome. So if you are not ready, and I tell people that sometimes we need to thank God for women, because if not for them, some of us will not be rich. You won't make money. You will just be poor. But I don't think any woman. Is there any guy who is handsome? I don't think there's a handsome guy. There's nothing calling in the face of a man. It's just one direction. But women have many directions. So what will a woman be looking at you for? If not for what is in your pocket? My friend, you better go and make money. Why am I saying this? Look up. In marriage is what we call wedlock. Say with me, wedlock. I can't hear you. Wedlock. So you are locked with that man. You are locked with that woman. Locked. Intimacy locked. Secret locked. A man can be, listen, you will see a man who is into fraud, crime, and the wife will never expose him. Because you know that's what is bringing food on the table, isn't it? Talk to me. I'm afraid when it comes to marriage. I'm afraid. Wedlock. So you are married to where you are dedicated to. Are you getting it? Number 4. All dedication has a voice. So anytime you are praying, let me go. They say, to where? They have authority over your life. They have a voice of demand. They have a voice of resistance. Write it down. You are not taking note. They have a voice of no. No way. No job. No joy. No favor. No healing for you. Even to Jesus, they said, no, leave us alone. Our time has not come. How did they know their time? Because they know the law. They know what they are dedicated to. You cannot move us here. Jesus, leave us alone. If they can say that to Jesus, what about you and I? The weapon we have, number 1, is to rededicate ourselves. Listen, look up. Once that is perfectly done, the rest is history. But you need to be rededicated and dededicated from that altar. I see deliverance for you this morning.
Amen.
Lastly, as I close, you acquire, this is very tough, the nature to which you are dedicated to. Rise to your feet. You acquire the nature to which you are dedicated to. You acquire the spirit. Right? Rise to your feet. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I'm waiting. Stand up. You The nature. Are you getting what I'm saying? The nature to which you are dedicated to. So when you are finding difficulties in making progress, don't go far. Check where were you dedicated to. Look at me, church. God is not at fault over your life. Check what is wrong, because dedication is foundational. Dedication is what? It's foundational. Look at me. Look up. Look at me. Focus. They are not with me. You acquire perfectly with no. So if you are dedicated to God, you took after God. Take after God. To take after God is because I don't imagine myself in another place on Sunday. Not because I'm a pastor. There are nations I will be just to rest, but I cannot sleep on Sunday. I just want to find a place to worship. And some of you, on a Sunday, you don't even, sometimes you just say, I don't feel like going to church. Check your dedication. Some of you just lie. When you lie like this, is to you, lie is truth, truth is lie. It doesn't mean anything. Dedication. When you give it all to Him, it takes all. Listen, your parents dedicated you wrongly, you can rightly dedicate yourself. Talk to me. I can't hear you.
Amen.
I can't hear you.
Amen.
That is the power of evil dedication. It can frustrate a life, can frustrate a destiny. When your life begins to attract attacks, when you pray and there is no answer, when your spiritual growth is difficult, check you have been dedicated. Today I pray there shall be deliverance for you. I don't like that. Amen. I said there shall be deliverance for you. In the name of Jesus Christ. Lift up your hands and begin to appreciate God. Thank Him for the word you have heard. Thank Him for what has come your way. Give Him worship, give Him worship, give Him worship. Give Him worship, give Him worship, give Him worship. Radabali kesokoto katabaya. Keledo zozizi atatata. Celebrate Jesus this morning. Celebrate Jesus this morning. Lord, I celebrate you. Thank you for the word I've heard. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Listen to this. I want you to pray. Say, Father, give me grace to be dedicated to your work, to your things. Listen, anything about God must turn you on. Anything, as long as it's God, you must be passionate about it. Passionate about bringing people to church, passionate about sowing seed, passionate about fasting, passionate about praying, passionate about worshiping. There is a woman here that anytime we are worshiping, she will be crying. She will be crying. Some of you remember what I'm talking about. Anytime we are worshiping, she'll be crying. Just worship. Some of you, they sing all kinds of songs. You are just looking. They didn't sing it well. You don't know how to sing. No, you missed that key. No. That's what you are in church for. Nothing is pushing you to serve God. You want to sit, you are thank God for the chair covers. You are even touching the chair cover if it's clean. You are not, your life is like this because you are not dedicated to God. Lift up the children. Say, Father, I receive grace. Lift up your children. That's a sign of dedication. Shout, I receive grace to be dedicated to your work, to your house. Open your mouth and begin to pray. Lord, I receive grace. Lord, I receive grace. Lord, I receive grace. Lord, I receive grace. To you. Somebody pray. Look at that woman. Open your mouth. Pray. Look at that woman. Open your mouth. Pray. That brother. Pray that prayer seriously. Lord, from today, help me to serve you with all my heart. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Look at this. The first thing I said, don't forget. I said, you are the property. Did you believe with me? Talk to me. Hello? Why do you not enter another person's car? Because you know your car. Just like you own that car, that is how demons own that person, or God own that person. You drive that car anywhere. The worst thing in this world is a car. Anywhere you take it, even if you are going into a dish, you will not say, I'm not going. Isn't it? Talk to me. It goes anywhere. I was not taught how to drive. I didn't attend any driving school. I have never, till date and forever, involved in an accident. How do I learn to drive? That is the most stupid thing ever. The moment you engage, it goes. He does not say, hello, engage me rightly. He will talk. He will go. I learned driving by public transport. Whenever I want to sit in front, so that I see the way they engage. That's how I learned how to drive. Just by looking. Just the way you hold that couch at home, you sit on it and nobody can question you. Just the way you have the key to your house and you enter at any time and go out. That is how demons owns. So they tell you, hey, you are going to that church, they wait for you at the car park. They wait for you at the door at home. Because they own you. You come to church, you pray, you fast, you do everything is fine. By the time you get back home, they say, welcome, baby. You know you are my wife for life. Your mother gave you to me. I love them when they tell you, you say, but I prayed last night. What happened? Papa laid hands on me, he anointed me, he oiled me, he even petrol me. Yet not happen. Hey, it's dedication. Today, we will see to it. Amen. I said we will see to it. Amen. Are you ready? Shall every voice of evil dedication. You know why you cannot pray? They take over your voice. It's not your fault. They took over your voice. They said, don't pray. Give me the first prayer. Shall every dedication speaking against my destiny shall die by the blood of Jesus. Look at me. We have like 12 prayers, but because of time, we are going to pray 4. We are going to pray 2 now, and then when I come back, we will pray 2. Pray it like Roman business. Are you ready? I want to hear your voice. Scatter wherever you are. So every evil dedication speaking against my destiny, die by the blood of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Open your mouth and begin to pray. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Command it to that. Command it to that. Look at this sister. Open your mouth, open your mouth, open your mouth. Today we pray. Listen to this. This is serious. This is serious. This is serious. Ha! You are going to shout it with all your voice. Shall I buy myself back?
I buy myself back
from the market of evil dedication.
from the market of evil dedication.
Ha! Your mother thought you have no future. He showed you. Your father thought there is no future. He showed you. Today, I see a future in you. I buy you back. I buy you back. Anywhere you are, I want you to open your mouth and pray. Listen, prayer is still the only weapon you have. If you don't like what is happening, change your way of praying. Are you ready to pray? Listen to this. Listen to this. You know why? Let me tell you a secret. Anytime you pray hard, they attack you. It is because of dedication. Anytime you pray, you fasted, they attack you. If you don't pray, you don't fast, they leave you. It is because you are wrongly dedicated. Are you ready? Look at me. You will pray with action. See what I'm doing. Shall I buy myself back? I buy myself back by the power from the market of evil dedication. Open your mouth, open your mouth. I buy myself back. I buy myself back. I buy myself back. I buy myself back from the market of evil dedication. From the market of evil dedication. From the market of evil dedication. Look at this brother. Open your mouth and pray. I buy myself back. I buy myself back. I buy my breakthrough back. I buy my destiny back. Open your mouth, open your mouth. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Listen to this. I will encourage you to sow a dedication seed this morning and buy it back. They sold Joseph. Joseph was what? Sold. And it became the property of Potiphar. Shall I buy myself back? I buy see yourself where you have left years ago. You have been dedicated to it. Houses you have lived before, you find yourself there. Places you've walked before, you find yourself there. People you have met before, you find yourself with them. At what age you are going back to school, you have been dedicated to the past. You pray for the last time. Shout by the blood of Jesus. Ephesians 1 verse 7. Ephesians 1 verse 7. You pray, tongue, you pray in understanding. See, look up. He said, in whom we have redemption through what? Through what?
His blood.
The forgiveness of what?
Faith.
According to what? Of his what? Grace. That is what I'm talking about. We have redemption through his blood. What is redemption? How many of you know pawn shop? Pawn shop, pawn shop, pawn shop. You take your things to pawn, you pawn it. When they say come back and pay, they are saying come back and redeem your property. You don't go there and speak in tongues. You go there and pay your money. Isn't it? Talk to me. And you know that those guys, they also use booty so that you won't come back to redeem your things. They want to rob that car. I have somebody, that is what he's doing in this country. You will pawn your things and you will never even remember to go and take it back. They are the cash crusader in the spirit. They take we call them loan shark, isn't it? If you fall into their hands, you can never come out. They will take your ID, take your bank card. We call them loan shark. Only in South Africa I hear loan shark. But you will buy your destiny back to them. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? You'll be jumping, you'll be angry. Shall I buy myself back? Buy myself back from the evil market of dedication. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Look at this woman. I am sorry for you. Open your mouth. Yes. I buy myself back. I buy myself back. I buy my destiny back. I buy my favor back. I buy my favor. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. I buy myself back. I buy myself back. I buy myself back. From the evil market of dedication. From the market of evil 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 dedication. Open your mouth, open your mouth. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. This is not your offering. This is not your tithe. Take out this seed. Take out this seed. Don't put it in an envelope. This is, we are going to do this for 3 Sundays. Buy yourself back. I buy my You dedicate, and I'm going to anoint everybody. I buy myself back. Take a seat. To buy it back through his blood. There must be blood on the altar. You cannot buy it without the blood on the altar. Whatever you are doing today, do it with all your heart. This is not your offering. This is not your tithe. Shout, where did you sold me to? I use this sacrifice in my hands. I unlock the gates. I come out. Look at me. They sold Joseph. Joseph was Israeli inside and Egyptian outside. Where did you sold me to? Say that. I used the sacrifice. I unlocked the gate. I come out. See what I'm doing. See what I'm doing. I unlock the gate. Look at me. I come out. Shout, I unlock the gate. I come out. You are not coming. I unlock the gate. Look at it. I come out. In the name of Jesus. I come out. I come out. I come out. I come out. Open your mouth and begin to come out. 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 Ria Pala Kasatata. I come out. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. As you are dropping that seed, you will be saying something. I come out of evil dedication. 3 Sundays, I hear it with my right ear. 3 Sundays. He said, some of you don't come with wine today. That when you come next Sunday, come with your wine in your hands. I'm talking about financial wine. You come with your bullocks. Say, Father, with this in my hands, I rededicate myself. That is baptized. You want to be baptized again. If that is the language you understand, the Orthodox, that is where your mother took you. That's why sometimes you want to behave like the Orthodox. It's not you. You want us to say, it's not you. It's where you have been dedicated to. And dropping that seed, say, I come out of that dedication. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it.